button like a good caster, and we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. And welcome to Summoner's Rift. On the blue side, wearing the blue health bars in game number 1, it is the number 1 seed, Team Fusion. In the top lane, Dogmar will be playing Poppy. In the jungle, Hoey on Kayn. In the mid lane, Uncle Jabronis on Echo. And in the bottom lane, Karasuda and Boner Jams 97 rocking the Misfortune and the Zyra lane.
And on the red side, rocking those red party hats, we've got a nice guy up on the top lane, Malzahardons on the Dr. Mundo. We've got EFAM on the Camille jungle. We've got Aziriously Lucky beating me to the punch with the Kled mid. We've got Rich Kid 88 and Constant Stutter on the Jhin Braum bottom lane.
And it looks like some of the tech they've been hiding for the last week and a half is coming out. Aziriously Lucky pulling out the Kled mid isn't something that I'd seen in his match history, and not even something he played in the scrim against us. So I'm really excited to see that pick. On the other side, it's much more standard, honestly. Other than the Kayn, I would say it's a champion that falls into OEC's champion pool, but it's not one that I think we've seen him play yet this season. But other than that, it looks pretty standard across the board for Team Fusion, and it feels like both teams kind of got what they wanted out of their Game 1 drafts.
Not a whole lot interesting to talk about here in terms of runes either. I guess the Zyra Electrocute's about the only one I've got for this game. I have faced it recently, and it is actually kind of like stupid how much damage it puts out when it's off cooldown.
Yeah, Rich Kid doing the Hail of Blades Jhin, which is something I've seen coming into popularity, but isn't one that I've actually like personally watched or anything. Bear Trap on a rope in the mid lane already connecting on Uncle Jabronis. You can see just the chunk damage from that second pull from the Bear Trap, and this lane should be pretty explosive, honestly. Meanwhile, this one will not be. Poppy versus Mundo. Poppy's going to have an advantage early on because the Hammer Shock will do damage going down, and then it does % health damage on the second explosion. So it makes it at least good into Dr. Mundo early, not as good late. The joust through from Aziriously Lucky. He lands the Ignite, double flash as it is burned, and he'll actually keep Scarl for now unless he loses it into the minion wave. But Lucky going aggressive at level 2, and at least getting the flash out of his mid lane opponent and forcing him to go back. So you have been working on the Kled mid. How do you think it fares into the Echo specifically?
It should be actually pretty decent. You've got that nice little bit of where you're untargetable, and a lot of times you're able to survive the Echo. Ooh, that's a nice Q there. Anyway, the Echo, when he lands his stun, you can actually time that as Kled to when you want to like lose Scarl, and basically just avoid the stun during that brief little duration, and just continue to destroy Echo even through the shield.
Yeah.
Once you hit 6 as Echo, you should be relatively safe just because your ultimate.
Dogmar's getting aggressive here. He's going to flash forward, and the Aftershock proc will pick up first blood for Dogmar in the top lane. We saw him utilizing the second part of the Hammer Shock to get that % health damage a couple of times during that fight. And Malzahardons flashes away the counter flash from Dogmar. He didn't actually need anything other than the Aftershock proc to finish him off.
Going back to that mid matchup, typically the rule of thumb right now with Echo, since he's in like a...
Oh, the triple plant, though. I'm just going to continually interrupt you as Boner Jams throws out the triple plant for a huge chunk of damage. And we're going to have the joust in the mid lane. Hoey is here, though. Lands the Blades reach over the wall. They're trying to finish him off. The Electrocute plus the Ignite. Phase dive in from Uncle Jabronis. He's not going to trade it back. Aziriously Lucky able to avoid the Time Winder, and he'll pick up the kill. In bot lane, the Grasping Roots able to land, but nothing happening. Lucky might be overstaying. He's walking into the minion wave, the pocket pistol, trying to regain back the little bit of... I don't actually know what his health mechanic is called. Rich Kid's going to take some damage from the plant on the back. It is just the courage. Okay.
Anyway, so... whoopsie there from Jabronis. Accidentally autos the tower when he could have gotten his passive off, and that would have been the death of Lucky. But going back to that mid lane matchup, the rule of thumb on Echo, when you're in a melee matchup, you actually start Doran's Ring. If you're not in a melee matchup, you start Corrupting Potion.
EFAM's going to come in bot lane. Karasuda gets slowed up by the Winter's Bite. He'll get stunned by the passive. Bunch of flashes forward. Rich Kid will take a kill, but now OEC looking to turn it back around. Boner Jams doesn't have anything other than autos really to trade back, so it'll just be the one kill off of the gank. They get Rich Kid's flash and Constant Stutter's ignite, I guess, in trade for the two summoners, so there could be an opportunity later on for Hoey to gank down there. Or right now, even, as he goes in. Not able to land the Blade's Reach, just trying to do some damage with the Q. It will force Rich Kid and Constant Stutter back, and they should have to go back to base at the end of the day.
I was curious to see what sort of build that Dogmar was going to go on the Poppy. We saw the Aftershock pick up the kill earlier, so I guess it's just going to go for a more traditional or older school, just straight tank build. I was kind of hoping to see another Triforce Poppy, which you've been playing a lot of. I think Jamba can also confirm. It's not a fun pick to play against for a little bit.
Yeah, I've been running the summon Airy with the Trinity Force. Gives you a lot of good early damage, but you miss some of that innate tankiness that you get. I always have trouble actually proccing Aftershock on Poppy. I don't know why. Lucky is level 6 compared to the level 4 from Uncle Jabronis. And he's going to actually charge underneath the tower. Jabronis needs to get out of the way. He's going to get hit by the charge. Bear Trap on a rope connects, and he'll take him down as Skarl runs away cowardly. Does he have the movement speed to get away from Hoey? Constant Stutter lands the Winter's Bite. If he can get the stun, he'll save his teammate, but the Flash Blades reach for the kill for Hoey. He does get trapped under tower, and the return kill will go over to Constant Stutter. That was a well-timed roam by Braum, able to at least make sure that it gets traded back.
That's actually something we're going to see probably a lot of during this series. The Constant Stutter roam to support Lucky. Multiple times did that against us in our scrim. The random Alistar went back to base, calls, and then it's, oh hey, guess what? He Hex flashed over a wall and is killing me.
Yeah, I know that they're pretty good friends in real life. Supporting each other in game as well is good to see. Yeah, this has been a pretty bloody game so far. 6 kills at 7.5 minutes is nothing to sneeze at. And particularly the mid lane is suffering a little bit for it, as the farm numbers are pretty low there. Uncle Jabronis looking for a roam to top lane, not able to get the stun onto Malzahardons. He has the Mass Schism just to pop that for the extra health. In bot lane, meanwhile, Hoey is going to come in. Constant Stutter might be a little bit caught. Karasuda's just trying to confirm the kill on the enemy AD carry. He will pick it up. Now the Love Tap has the Unbreakable available, but it's not enough defense to help get him through. Boner Jams takes the kill with the plant. Dogmar's diving under tower. They know he doesn't have the Masochism because they burned it earlier, and Dogmar will secure the kill with the second part of the Hammer Shock. Good cross-map play from Team Fusion as they pick up kills top and bottom lane. Keeper's Verdict will send Lucky away as he's trying to defend the turret for now. Bullet time coming through. We're not really seeing, thanks to the spectated camera, what he's shooting at, but EFAM is down there, down to half health. But now American Sniper Rich Kid 88 opening up. And that's much less dramatic than it needed to be. So we've seen kills, we've seen roams. When are we looking for objective control? Are we going to see Lucky use the charge to go to a different lane here soon and try to open up the map? Is that the big cooldown we've been waiting for?
He definitely needs to. He's got himself a decent advantage early here mid lane. Top's kind of struggling to Dogmar. Maybe not so much right now with Dogmar running a little bit lower on the mana. But if not, bottom's going to be permanently shoved between the Zyra and Misfortune compared to Braum and then having the Braum melee support, you know. So that's probably what I would look to do if I were the Lucky. Roam bottom.
A lot of committing the Stranglethorn's bottom seems pretty large, but meanwhile we're going to watch Jabronis and Lucky trade in top lane. I guess Boner Jams used that to just force them back off of the tower? Or did he think he had the catch on Braum and had the stand behind me available?
I think he thought he had a catch there. He did land the root, but the whole unbreakable shield. And at this point, unless he's maxing E first, it still is only a 1-second root.
Yeah, Lucky's actually off of Scarl right now, so this could be a dangerous time near mid lane. And wouldn't have the charge available to run in anywhere or even run away. Rich Kid's going to get rooted up, a lot of plant damage. Braum is at least okay against Zyra, it seems like, because you can block the damage from the plants with the Unbreakable. Plus, it's good against MF.
Yeah,
The saddest, I think that's one of the more satisfying noises they put in the game is Braum blocking the bullet time with the Unbreakable.
yeah, I would probably put the calling from Lucian up there a little bit higher, but it's definitely one of the more satisfying things. Also, Zyra E does a decent job of setting up plans to be executed, as we just kind of saw there for the misfortune.
Grasping Roots coming through. Hoey's coming through the wall with that Umbral Dash. And Constant Stutter's just gone. And Hoey's going to jump inside of Rich Kid with the Trespass. And he'll pick up the double kill. Can he get out? Dies to the tower. Classic Hoey C on the tower dive. But he picks up the 2-for-1 trade.
Absolutely, and that's 2 kills onto the Kayn. I don't know I guess no one really knows the exact mechanism on what helps the transform.
Yeah, we've seen Evan be pretty quiet on this Camille. He's finally really attempting his first gank here as he comes in with the Hextech Ultimatum to put Dogmar in the pit. Now the charge in bottom. Here comes Kled. He gets on top of Boner Jams, has the second dash available, but he wants Karasuda. Flashes forward, gets the press the attack, and the last of the Savage strikes for the kill. Now Boner Jams forced to flash away from the bear trap on a rope, and the Kled coming into bot lane trying to 1v2, gets in. The joust doesn't quite connect, but he'll be able to get the damage after he dismounts off of Scarl for the successful 1v2 in bottom lane off of the Kled. Now Dogmar in trouble as Malzahardan's chasing him down underneath tower. He's almost got that sadism available as well. Steps on the buckler. That's an important mechanic. By the way, if you didn't know, you can step on the buckler and then Poppy can't pick it up for the shield. Now Jabronis trying to defend 1v3 here in the bottom lane. We'll pick up a shield here in the stun, but is it just too much damage coming out? Jabronis dives back in, and he's already dead. Ignite ticking down on his seriously lucky, but he'll live. In the top lane, Malzahardan's pops the sadism. Just needs a little bit more health back, and I think he could tower dive. Maybe not. Poppy's getting pretty healthy. Has the buckler shield available as well, so decides to check off of the tower dive in the 1v1. Curtain call coming out. 2 shots have landed. 3, the 4th onto Boner Jams. All 4 shots connect, but not able to successfully pick up the kill in the bottom lane. Dogmar's still sticking around at this low health. Doesn't have much mana either. This is a slightly dangerous situation for that Poppy. I don't know if Malzahardan knows about that pink ward in his bush. This could be an opportunity for him to come back on the teleport. Hoey's going to use the Umbral Trespass, just trying to get in lucky. Has to flash over the wall after getting the health back. This is a really interesting lane setup that they've opted for. Jabronis and Boner Jams in bottom lane as Karsuda's gone back, with Hoey just trying to hold mid against Lucky.
Also to note, that is now Rost, earlier transformation from all the ganks.
Yeah.
Might be able to.
Yeah, now they've got him dismounted. They're going to chase forward. Phase dive through from Uncle Jabronis lands. Second part of the Time Winder does connect, and that last auto will take him down. So good enough work by Hoey just to hold on and force him to dismount. But we've got a party bush, maybe. Nope. Not going to wander into that. Looks like they may... Nope. Not interested in the dragon. Neither team really interested in the dragon yet this game. 14 minutes, and I don't think we've even seen a team look toward it.
Did you see the interesting walk animation as Rich Kid and Constant Stutter were like clipping into each other?
Yeah. It combined with the Guardian proc, just tilting them the different colors. I don't know about some of the visual bugs in this game. Good stun from Dogmar, able to set up some damage. This is not really something I should be narrating because Malzahardan isn't going to die anytime soon. Or at least he shouldn't. He's got sadism available.
Yep. Poppy does have the geez, well, I forgot the moment. The Bramble Vest.
The Bramble.
Yeah, is the brain fart there.
The
But,
7 hours
Bramble
in the
Vest,
car. Yeah.
Yeah. It has gone so far basically full armor though into the mostly magic damage dealing Mundo.
Yeah.
Not that the anti-healing's bad. In fact, it's quite good. Just
Jabronis gets the shield off of the Chronosphere. Oh my gosh. Blade's Reach is going to knock up 3 as Hoey comes in. Rich Kid is taken really low and will get taken down. Efim now trying to return the kill. It will be a 1-for-1 so far in the bottom lane. Dogmar and Malzahardon's just trading back underneath the turret, and we're not going to watch bottom. Charge is available. Here comes Seriously Lucky into bottom lane. He'll land onto Boner Champs. Bear Trap on a rope connects as well as the Joust. And that'll pick up 1. Another really good rotation by Seriously Lucky, and he's really benefiting from that, sitting at 5 and 2. He's a strong man.
absolutely, and Kled ahead is scary always. And we're starting to get close to that mid-game spike where he'll have an item, 2 items, and just kind of delete people, especially when there's mostly just squishy targets.
Dude, where's my ELO? Turning onto the dragon now, finally. Lucky needs to keep his mount for just a little bit longer. Jabronis goes in, trying to get it with the passive, but not quite enough as Efam's able to secure it. Oh, the Chrono Break didn't take him back over the wall, and he'll go down to the pocket pistol from Seriously Lucky.
Unlucky. It took just a little bit too long trying to steal that dragon before pulling the trigger to get out. And then just in time, his clone, or maybe not just in time, but his clone decided to come back over the wall.
Now Hoey's found Seriously Lucky, and without Scarl, he's not very tanky, and will get taken immediately down by the the Electrocute proc. Sorry, continue.
Oh, no, I don't think I had much else to add there.
Okay.
It was just a whoopsie. When we were talking about the Echo escaping mid earlier, it is the parallel convergence for the W.
Parallel Convergence. I can't ever remember that name for some reason.
Yeah, Resident Echo player.
Yeah, that's what I count on you for, is Echo ability names, right when it matters. While we have a moment, thank you so much for the bits, Psycho. I don't think we have, as a group, decided how to pronounce your name. I've said it.
Psycho, he's confirmed in com. Well, at least he's been okay with in comms when he subbed for us.
Okay, Psycho, thank you for the 500 bits. Again, if we ever pay it out, we are going to put it immediately toward prize pool and like giveaways on streams. So it is well worth your time to donate eventually, as it'll all go back to you. Anyway, we'll reset now just briefly. 11 kills to 10 in favor of Dude Where's My ELO, but Team Fusion have a small gold lead thanks to the turret in mid lane. Stranglethorns, I was right the first time, comes out. Bullet time and the flash away from Rich Kid. He's able to keep himself safe, but Constant Stutter sacrifices himself as the good support does, and he will go down. Dogmar now gets on top of Malzahardon's the Keeper's Verdict just to try to add a little bit of damage, but he's just healing back through it. And notice during that time he didn't actually attack the Poppy, so he didn't get that healing reduction. The Bramble Vest only good if you're actually doing physical damage to somebody. In the bot lane, Team Fusion does pick up the tower to extend that little macro advantage that they have back out. Anyway, it looks like Lucky is looking for that roam into top lane. Oh, no he isn't. Never mind. They're onto the Rift Herald. And for some reason, we're not going to watch it because Dogmar and Malzahardons are fighting, and that's way more important than whatever just happened to the Rift Herald. I believe EFAM picked it up.
Yep.
We'll be able to confirm in just a second, but...
If you look in the inventory, EFAM has DIA.
I guess I could just click on EFAM, but... There we go. Yes. Confirmed.
I was more talking, it shows up in the trinket slot.
Oh.
On the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's honestly a good tip that I hadn't considered before. Hoey's going to get caught by the Winter's Bite. Bear Trap on a rope, not quite able to connect, as Hoey able to just run through the wall as Kane for some reason can do. I need the lore behind his wall running ability. Rich Kid able to solo out Dogmar. Almost the turn from Dogmar off of the Hammer Shock plus the tower shots, but Rich Kid gets the job done in the bottom lane. But now will be hunted down by Uncle Jabronis, and the Ignite plus the auto attack damage is enough. Lucky is dead in top lane as he was fighting 1v3. Sometimes directed camera's amazing, and then other times I'm like, well, we missed 30% of the fight. Not really sure.
In this case, more like 60 to 80% of it.
Jabronis and Malzahardon's now going to have the 1v1 we've really been waiting for, the Echo versus Dr. Mundo. He'll get the Z-Drive Resonance bonus to run away. I've got you on the passive name for some reason, but I can't remember the W. Team Fusion picks up the top lane turret in exchange for the earlier bottom lane turret from Dude Where's My ELO. So they'll maintain their 2-tower advantage as we head forward in this game. It's about a 3,000 gold lead for Team Fusion. Jumping in again, Parallel Convergence. Doesn't quite get the stun, the Chrono Break just to buy a little bit of time. Proto Belt back forward, but the Sadism should be more than enough. Here comes Charge into mid lane. He's got the team behind him. He actually is able to connect onto Boner Jams. The Joust coming through as he'll take him out under tower. The bullet time is absorbed by Constant Starter. What a great Unbreakable from him. And now Hoey's in trouble. He gets the 3-man Blades reach. Lucky just survives. Almost gets Scarl back. Hoey flashes forward. Pocket Pistol is enough. The last tower shot doesn't kill Constant Starter. Rich Kid will go down. It's actually a double kill on the little bit of an overextension. And now Dogmar is here with the teleport in from Malzahardon's. Keeper's Verdict just going to send Mundo away for the time being. And Hoey outplays a couple of people under tower and picks up 3 kills for himself.
That was a lot to absorb in a quick little moment there. It looked like it was originally just going to be Jabronis beating up on Mundo down the bottom lane. That turned into a bloodbath.
Yeah, the tower dive looked very successful from Team Fusion. They took the charge in, they committed to it, they picked up a couple of kills, but Hoey with that Umbral Trespass plus the healing, able to sustain back through it, and turns it around in the mid lane for now. I believe that's Team Fusion's maybe their first kill advantage the entire game. Steel almost comes out there, the W sneaking through from Rich Kid, but Jabronis does secure it. Dragon spawning in now is an Earth Dragon as Team Fusion turn onto it. And they will even up that Earth Dragon count. The Baron is the call though for Dude Where's My ELO. They're trying to rush this down. Jin not the best taker of Baron. We'll have to see if they can rush this down. Team Fusion is collapsing. It's down to 2,000. Hoey's coming over the wall, but he doesn't get there in time as it's secured. But now how will the fight turn out? Keeper's Verdict launches too. The bullet time over on the side, chunking through a couple of members. EFAM and Hoey C just having a jungler fight in the pit. It will only be one so far, but there's so many low health bars from Dude Where's My ELO as they run away. Team Fusion chasing through. Dogmar lands the charge into the wall. The barrier enough to buy time for Rich Kid, but he will go down eventually as Boner Jams is able to collapse, and Boner Jams and Karasudo walk away with the 2 kills. So Lucky and Malzahardon's keep Baron. 3 kills for Baron. Is that worth it? What are you calling? We'll throw the turret in there. 3 kills and a turret for Baron. Which team do you want to have?
I'd rather be the 3 kills and a turret in this case. The minion waves were actually pushing in favor of Team Fusion, so they're gonna get 1 and get decent damage on the second one.
Yeah, they may get even more here as Lucky's overextended just a bit, gets dismounted immediately and taken down by Hoey C. They're diving Malzahardon's. He's a tanky boy, but they will be able to eventually force him back off of the tower and take it with the combined force of their 5 members. So now Malzahardon's is the only one with Baron.
I think, go ahead.
And no health is the only thing I was going to add. Sorry.
Oh, okay. A large part of that Baron fight, well, so the Jhin was not there until like the last 4,000 or 5,000 damage on the Baron. So that's why that Baron take was super slow. But the big part of that team fight, why it was so successful for Team Fusion, was Zyra landed her E and ult on Constant Stutter, whose big job as the Braum is to block Karasuda's ult on the Misfortune. So the only one he was able to really prevent from taking damage during like the AoE wombo was Malzahardon's, your big tank, press R and heal boy. So carries just kind of got shredded. And then Ross was definitely going to out-sustain the Camille when they're at especially when the Rost is 10-3, or at the time probably like 7 or 8-3.
Yeah, this is kind of what you want to do with the one person on Baron. You have them grouped up mid. The tower or the cannon minions doing quite a bit of damage, but they're taking huge chunks on the poke. The Zyra and the MF poke combined with a little bit from the Time Winder has just chunked through Malzahardons. He's still sitting a little bit above half health and regenning as Mundos want to do, but they keep poking him down and applying that heal debuff, so he's not back to full like he should be.
Lucky is on that top tower with Baron, but Dogmar's on the tier 2.
Boner Jams gets picked out of the back of that fight. Now, Bullet Time coming through, shreds through too. Flash forward from Rich Kid as he's trying to take out the enemy AD carry. He will take him down, but now he's in trouble as Hoey and Jabronis will turn back onto him. Malzahardon's forced to flee for the hills. Lucky did get the tower in top lane in exchange, but Dogmar's on the tower in bottom. And he'll call in some reinforcements now as he's got the numbers advantage. The 3 members of Fusion walking toward the bottom lane. Dogmar's just tanking this tower. He doesn't care at this point. I see some talk about the vision score in the chat. I will remind people that vision score isn't necessarily indicative of wards placed. In order to get a vision score for a ward that you place down, you actually have to see an enemy with it that you wouldn't have vision of otherwise. And also then it has to expire, which is kind of silly. And you also get vision score for clearing wards. And you get 1 vision score per minute left on the ward that you clear. So while vision score is definitely a stat, I don't know that it's always the end all be all. Did we see EFAM do anything with the Rift Herald, or did it just expire?
Honestly, I don't remember seeing it do anything. Nice 3-man root there.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on that one, but they have 2 of the 3 outer towers, and they've been desperate to get this mid lane tower. And so far, Fusion has just denied them every time they've poked in here. This looks like a good push, but they have no minions to help back them up, and Team Fusion should be able to respond with 5. And here comes Hoey trying to pick that fight. Jabronis jumps in from the side. The Keeper's Verdict doesn't connect from Dogmar. The fight is pretty spread out, but the AoE able to connect onto EFAM and eliminate him. And now the front line is gone as Mundo is down as well. Lucky wasn't able to get onto any critical target and instead was trying to peel, I guess, for Rich Kid. And the fight has gone all wrong as the double kill picked up by Uncle Jabronis and the triple kill for Hoey C for the full house for Team Fusion, and they'll take down the house of Dude, Where's My ELO? The inhibitor turret, the inhibitor. Can they get onto the Nexus? I think they can. 19 seconds left on Constant Stutter as they're rushing down the Nexus turrets.
10 seconds on EFAM, but they're kind of just deleting these. They do have that Mountain Drake. That should be it. GG's in the chat.
That'll be it for game number 1. Team Fusion takes a 1-0 lead in our best of 5 finals. Yeah, that was a huge bullet time during that last fight from Karasuda. Rich Kid tried to make the best of it, but it just didn't happen for him. I didn't see what happened to Lucky, but he didn't get onto any critical target during it. So just a difficult team fight there in the mid lane off of an attempted mid lane siege, and that ends the game immediately. Mr. Nation, I do need your MVP for game number 1.
You can make a case for multiple Fusion members here. I'll probably just give it to Hoey C. The champion alone sort of forces you to gank and have an impact on the map as Kane, so you can get your transformation and actually get a lot stronger. But had extremely high kill participation, did die a couple times during turret dives, but they were always like a 2-for-1 trade, had the outplay mid, which helped save that mid tier 1, which they ended up not losing for the rest of the game. Plus got a couple extra kills, and that really was like the super ultimate turning. Like there was already momentum in their favor previously, but that looked like an amazing engage and tower dive started by Where's My ELO, and then he just kind of denied what was going to be like a pretty clean 2-for-0 at the time. I think maybe it was like 3-for-1, but that turned into I think that was a big turning point, or maybe not turning point, but that was definitely a big moment in the game. Karasuda had a solid performance on the Misfortune. There are multiple knockups on that team to help the Misfortune just kind of like blast through everyone and even just delete through the Brahms Unbreakable. Jabronis had a rough time against the Kled early. Did get himself back into the game, unlike myself yesterday on Echo. I definitely do have to give Hoey with that uh, MVP though. Also gotta love the tanks, gotta love the Poppy. Full armor into the basically all AD team. Just kind of didn't care, eating tower shot after tower shot. So definitely respect to your tanks. Not I know it's not the most exciting of roles. Kind of beat up on Malzahar-ons, uh, but still have to give it to Hoey there.
All right, that'll do it for game number one. We're going to step aside for just a couple minutes while we get game two loaded up. It's a 1-0 lead for Team Fusion. We'll be right back with game number two.